Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this session of Blissful Warrior, our midday moment to pause, to reflect, to meditate, to breathe, to stretch a little bit, to do all of those things that help you feel like yourself again. What better time than the middle of the day? You've probably already had a really busy morning, maybe a crazy morning, but it's never too late to just stop and sort of regain your balance a little bit here. And it's so much easier than you think. And I speak from experience. I'm Rhonda Uretsky. I'm the owner of Riverflow Yoga, which is an actual hot yoga studio in Lambertville, and also this wonderful virtual studio that we are bringing to you every day since March, since the pandemic, so that we can share our midday practice with everybody who needs it and who doesn't need this moment to practice. To practice what? To practice being yourself. And as I said, I speak from experience. I have been practicing for 50 years, and I can tell you from my own experience that it takes so little to bring yourself back into calibration. You know, you're like a tuning fork, and when you're tuned up, and I don't just mean physically, I mean emotionally, when you take a moment to pause in the middle of what you think is a day when you have not a moment to pause, you will honestly find that the rest of your day just tunes up around you. It's quite amazing. So don't take my word for it. My 50 years of experience are mine. I'm here to guide you in this practice of just taking a little bit, the smallest portion of time to see if this works. Now, it is a practice, so you will feel instant results, I promise you. After today's session, if it's your first session, if you've been joining me all along, doesn't matter, you're going to feel instantly calmer in your own nervous system. And just wait and see how the rest of your day unfolds around you, being that calm presence. And over time, you will also feel the cumulative effects of a practice like this, which is more clarity in your thinking, greater ability to focus, more feeling of control over your reactions and your responses, and better results from the actions that you do take. And of course, a beautifully flexible, toned, agile, vital body. So, all of that is my promise to you. And it's not hard work. This is a practice of joy, feeling joyful and experiencing the pleasure of this practice in the moment. So that's why I call it Blissful Warrior. It is a practice in being blissful, and it takes somewhat of a warrior to sort of put your foot down at this moment in your life and say nothing is more important than that I take this time to feel good right now. So, first thing we're going to do is drink some water. I promise you, as I do every session, that these practices that we do are not going to be hard. They're not going to be struggles. They're going to be the exact opposite. And I'd like you to consider that the more joyful the practice feels to you, the more soothed or the more relief that you find in the practices that we do here, the more benefits that you're getting. Please, let's let go of that old mentality that does nothing but encourage us to beat ourselves up, that says the harder I work, the more I struggle, the more pain and anguish I go through, the more rewards I will receive. Let's put that aside. Maybe you can't put it aside completely. It's an old belief. We've all been schooled in it to some degree. But for this practice, for this Blissful Warrior practice, let's completely flip the script. The better you feel, the more you allow your life to feel like your own, the more benefits you're going to see in your health, in your vitality, in your attitude, and yes, in your body. So, drinking water, very first practice that we do to arrive here in this moment. It's a great practice for your physical body. It's a very soothing and calming practice for your nervous system. Let's all drink more water than we do. And for right now, just drink as much as you want. A few sips is fine. You're going to notice that I'm going to drink way more than a few sips. so soothing. Now let's arrive right here in this practice. Find a comfortable position for you to settle, to rest your body. I'm here on the ground on a cushion, sort of my comfort place. If you'd like to try sitting on the ground, grab a cushion, place it under your butt, slide to the far front edge of that cushion. Any old cushion will do. Let your hips and your knees just feel like they're tilting downward a little bit. Try not to thrust your ribs forward though. Let's put those sort of back. And just the knees and the hips. Find a comfortable place to rest your hands. I like palms in the lap, palms up. You might try palms on your knees, palms up or down. See what feels right to you. You can also arrive by sitting in a chair. Go ahead and choose a comfortable one. If it has a back, lean back against it. Place both feet on the ground when you are sitting in a chair or on a couch, and you will get an immediate calming of your nervous system. When parts of your body contact the ground, you feel grounded. So even sitting in a chair or sitting in some support like a couch or anything else, a car, if you place both feet on the ground, well, I guess that's not going to be possible in a car, but both feet on the ground gives you the contact that you need to settle your nervous system. And of course, as always, if you can really give yourself permission to just lie down in the middle of the day, who's watching? Nobody. Just don't let your mind judge you for it. Lie down on your back. Let your legs be out, your arms at your sides, but not too close. Keep them far away enough that they feel very light. Let your heels touch lightly and your toes sort of splay open. Your knees and your hips will relax. And let's just arrive. Try not to second guess the arrival posture that you've chosen. Just know that it's appropriate for you. Okay, so here we are in the present moment. No worries from the past, no thoughts about the future, just right here in the present moment. So that's a bit of a practice too. Oftentimes those thoughts just keep on rolling. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. You're just here. Let's move into some breathing. A really wonderful way to, again, ground yourself and just feel yourself right here in the present moment. We're all breathing all the time, but we don't deliberately breathe. And there's a tremendous backlog of benefits waiting for you in a deliberate, deep breath. So, let's begin. Breathing in and out through the nose. Hearing the sound in the back of your throat like a big, strong Darth Vader sound, or the rising of an ocean wave, or the sound inside a seashell. Great big ha sound. Lean back a little bit. If you're lying on the ground, just let your lower back drop. Keep your eyes open. Find something to look at in front of you and look at it out of the tops of your eyes more than the centers, so you've got a little bit of a chin drop. Place your head back a little bit on top of your neck. And let's begin. Inhale. In through your nose, hearing that loud ocean sound at the back of your throat as you pull your collarbones wide apart and spread your ribs out 180 degrees out to the sides like an accordion. And just feel the fullness of this. Now exhale. Same loud ha sound at the base of your throat, as if that's where the breath is coming in. Your rib cage comes together towards the midline. Your collarbones stay pulled wide. And now just stay empty for a moment. And here, in this moment of pause, feel the relief. Drop your tailbone and then slightly tuck it up towards your navel. Feel that last little lift of your chest. Inhale. Collarbones wide. Keep your eyes focused. Notice that your chin is down. Keep opening your ribs. You're working your diaphragm to expand your lung capacity. So good to keep the lungs healthy. Holding it open and exhale. Let the ribcage start moving in towards your midline. Feel all those intercostal muscles relaxing. Then drop your tailbone and tuck it slightly up. Stay empty here. Such a great relief in this pause between the inhale and the exhale. And one more. Inhale. Collarbones wide, chin dropped a little, ribs expanding. You're expanding, feeling the expansiveness of the spirit of you in this body. Exhale. Staying here in the empty space, where there's really nothing. There's not emptiness. There's great soothing here. Wonderful relief. Who deserves it more? Tailbone drops, and then slightly tucking up towards your navel. Inhale. Exhale. Holding the pause, the empty breath, the space between the breaths. Inhale. Exaggerating that ha sound at the base of the throat as if there's a little hole right there, and that's the portal where you're bringing in this breath. Exhale. Try it, even if you've just joined. One more breath. See how it feels. Inhale. And exhale. Now that you're breathing normally after these 6 deliberate deep breaths, just take a moment to check in on where you are in this present moment. On that emotional scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel like you've landed right now? 1 being very chill and 10 being very agitated. Notice if it's a different place than when you first started this practice with me, about 10 minutes ago. If you can notice a change, wonderful. If you can't, don't worry about it. You will begin to notice your emotional state being completely within your control with the simplest of practices, breathing. And who wants to feel like a cork on a raging sea, just blown about by conditions outside of you? Conditions will be what they will be, but the condition of what's going on inside your own nervous system is completely within your control. With the simplest of practices, you just need to be a blissful warrior and take the time. Give yourself the time to do these practices. Let's sip some water. We're going to move into some yoga poses now. This is what most people think of when they think of yoga, the poses. The truth is, yoga is a practice of awareness, a blissful warrior practice of bringing yourself into the joy that you can find, the relief or the soothing that you can reach for in the present moment. And certainly stretching and moving your body can feel that way. So, it's been a very emotional week. Doesn't matter which side of the political, I don't even want to use the word divide anymore. It seems like we're less and less divided. But whichever, however the outcome of this week's inauguration landed for you. It's been an emotional roller coaster. I know for myself, for the past couple of days, I've been overwhelmed with tears, seemingly for no reason, but trusting that my nervous system knew what it was doing to calibrate me. Joyful moments and just moments of overwhelming tears. And today, I feel like standing up and stretching. So, we're going to do some standing poses today, some beautiful stretches. If you'd like to join me, you are more than welcome. All right, start with a little bit of a camera adjustment. Now, if you were sitting on the ground or sitting in a chair, let's just start by bouncing the legs. If you were lying down, roll over onto your right side, place your palms on the ground, looking at the backs of your hands, press yourself up into a seated position with your legs out in front of you, and bounce your legs. If you were sitting on a chair or a couch, come join us on the floor for just a moment and get this wonderful bounce of the legs. Good for the circulation, good for all the fluids in your legs. We count on the legs to support us a lot in our lives. Let's give them this moment of sort of joyful play. And then stop. Now we're going to come to a standing position. Here's one of the best ways to do it. Come onto all fours first. Wrists directly under your shoulders, hands 6 inches apart, knees 6 inches apart, directly behind your wrists. Inhale. Just feeling your stability here as you lock your elbows. And exhale. Keep your eyes focused ahead of you out of the tops of your eyes. Now let's slide the hands forward and come into your fingertips or your palms. As you inhale, lock your arms. And as you exhale, drop your head, chin to your throat, head between your shoulders. And then inhale, curl your toes. Press back with your fingertips or palms, pressing onto the soles of your feet. Maybe your heels are down, maybe they're not, but your arms are locked. Your head is hanging between your shoulders, maybe tucking your chin towards your throat, locking your arms. Then slowly, one hand at a time, begin to move your hands or fingertips towards your toes. Hang your head, hang your arms. And then slowly, as if a string is pulling you up from the center of your back, begin to stack your spine. Keep your arms hanging, your head hanging. Feel every vertebra stack. Keep it slow. Be deliberate. Blissful warrior. And then your head up last. And then stand here with your legs apart in mountain pose, hip width distance, palms facing forward, collarbones pulled wide. Drop your chin a little, keep your eyes focused on something in front of you. Out of the tops of your eyes, you're seeing that object. Take a breath. Inhale. Collarbones wide. Tighten your thigh muscles. Lift them upward as you rotate your knees inward. Feel the stability of a mountain in this mountain pose. And exhale. All right, we're going to do a beautiful pose called half moon with hands to feet pose. We are about to move your spine in every possible direction. 360 degrees. It's totally natural for your spine. Now be a blissful warrior about this. I will guide you through the pose. The depth of the pose is up to you. The instructions for alignment, follow those with me. Now toes and heels together. Bring your arms in close to your body. Pull down from your fingertips and up from your thighs. Feel stable right here. Continue to inhale and lift your locked arms up over your head. All 10 fingers engaged. Then pointer fingers are up in a pistol grip with your thumbs crossed and pull from your pointer fingers. Lock your arms. Pull from under your rib cage. Step forward just a little bit. Feel the ribs lifting up towards your head. Feel the lengthening happening in the middle of your body as your heels ground you. Just right here feels wonderful. Now lean slightly back into your heels and let your hips push forward and lift again. From your arms, from under your ribs, lock your biceps behind your ears, and then very slowly, with not a lot of depth, just begin to pull from side to side. Pull to your right and push your hips left as you exhale. Inhale, pull back to center, lift up, and then pull to the left and exhale, push your hips right. And inhale back to center, pull up from under the ribs. Make yourself lean into your heels a little bit, pull to the top back right corner of your room and ease your hips left and inhale back to center and pull up. Lean a little into your hips and pull to the top back left corner of your room and ease your hips right and inhale back to center. Now right here, pull up even more. Feel like you're oh so close to touching the ceiling. Just pull with your pistol grip and lock your thighs. Lean into your heels, push your hips forward and lift your breastbone towards the ceiling under the rib cage, holding your length. Start. Hold your breath as you pull. Point your fingers pulling to the top back right corner of the room. Arms stay locked, head between, and as you exhale, just relax your left hip to the left. Keep locked in your arms. Keep the weight in your heels. Rotate your left ribs a little behind you and push your left hip. Inhale and pull. Press your palms. Lock your arms. Squeeze your head behind your ears with your biceps. Your chin is off your throat. You're gazing in front of you, out of the tops of your eyes. You're square to the front. Rotate your left rib cage up towards the ceiling and then a little behind you. And as you exhale your breath, ease into your left hip. Just let it relax and push and push and push and change. As you inhale, come up. Pull to the ceiling. From under your rib cage, lock your thighs, rotate your knees inward, lean into your heels and lift again. From under the rib cage, lengthen. Hold right here and start. Pull, top back left corner of the room. The pistol grip is leading the way. Your arms stay locked, your head is between them. As you exhale your breath, ease your hip to the right. Just relaxing your hip, keeping everything else nice and taut. Inhale, pull. Press your palms. Lock your arms. Bring your arms back behind your ears. Rotate your right rib cage a little behind you, a little towards the ceiling. Lean into your heels, locking your thighs, no bending knees, and as you exhale, ease into your right hip. Just push and lean. Back a little bit more and change and inhale back to center, stacking your spine. We'll get ready for a backward bend. So stretch again, lengthen and lift under the rib cage, right up towards your head. Try not to thrust your ribs forward as you pull from the pistol grip. And as you exhale, squeeze your head backwards, dropping it back, looking up at your pointers. And as you inhale, pull again. Lift and lengthen, lock your thighs. As you exhale, move your arms beside your ears. Imagine yourself rounding over a hurdle at the small of your back, lifting your chest to clear that hurdle. Inhale and pull. And exhale, coming back, letting your arms lead the way. Just think about moving your arms beside your ears. The weight of your body is in your heels. Your hips and thighs are pushing forward. You're leisurely going into this beautiful backward bend. And change. As you inhale, slowly stack your spine again. Bring your head back between your arms and lift and lengthen. Getting ready for a forward bend. So head between the arms, eyes looking forward, pull forward from your pointer fingers, suck your stomach in, look forward. You can bend your knees on the way down or keep your legs straight, but pull from your pointer fingers to your tailbone. Pull, lengthening this beautiful slinky in your back. And then when your knees buckle, or maybe they don't, but place your palms on the ground and hang your head. Tuck your chin to your throat and pedal your heels, left and right. Keep your head really limp. Tuck your chin to your throat as you wake up the hamstrings in the lower back. And then lay your chest against your thighs. Keep your chin tucked. Reach behind you. Tuck all 10 fingers under your heels from behind. Step your heels right into the centers of your palms and all 10 fingers point forward. Now as you inhale, use your arms to squeeze your legs together. Wrap your elbow tips behind your calves and bring your shoulders down from your ears, tucking your chin to your throat. And as you exhale, begin to tighten your thighs, straighten your legs, and guide your tailbone to the ceiling. Keep your chest on your thighs. Keep your head hanging, tucking your chin to your throat. Inhale and exhale. And changing out of the pose, arms beside your ears, pointer fingers pulling, lengthening your spine, pulling forward, keeping your head steady between your arms, locked as you stack your spine, coming all the way up again, and tuck your chin a little as you pull, and lift, and lengthen, and stretch, and drop your arms. And here we are again. Make your arms sort of bounce themselves into stillness. Palms face forward, collarbones wide, thighs are tight and lifted, looking forward out of the tops of your eyes. A nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now maybe you can sense a bit of lightness in your body. Just something that feels like a relief. Try not to check in and notice if you've done any good for your body. Connect with this feeling of relief that you have right now. Even if it's very slight and very soft, it is moving in the right direction, and you know it by how good it feels. Take another breath. Inhale. Collarbones wide. Ribcage expanding 180 degrees out to the sides like an accordion. And exhale. Collarbones stay wide. Arms hanging limp. Ribs come together. And drop your tailbone down. So we did this beautiful pose that moved your spine 360 degrees. Now we're going to go for a beautiful spine twisting pose. Ardha-Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist. Begin by turning your palms towards the wall behind you, letting the shoulders shrug a little forward as you drop your chin. Leaning forward. Your legs can be straighter, your knees can bend, but let your arms be very limp as you tuck your chin to your throat and unwind your spine. One vertebra at a time, just like the coils of a slinky opening up. Hanging, relaxing. When your fingertips touch the ground, stay in your fingertips. Move your fingertips far from your toes. Keep your head hanging. Bend your knees and place them on the ground between your hands. Uncurl your toes. Sit back. If sitting hips to heels bothers you, remember there's no pain. There's no room for pain in this practice. So if sitting hips to heels bothers you, sit cross-legged. Just sit here for a moment and breathe. Lean a little back into your hips to straighten your spine. That's because most of the time we're all thrusting forward, right? We push forward with our chins and our chests, So you lean back a little bit just to get this nice, stable moment. Inhale. And exhale. Keep remembering to deliberately hear the sound of your breath at the back of your throat. And Ardha Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist. So bend your left knee so that it points directly forward unless this bending of the knee is painful. Then keep your legs straight out ahead of you as you bring your right leg up and over, placing the heel of your right foot against your left knee. Move your heel out from under your hip, and just for a moment, palm on top of palm, lean back. Collarbones wide, settle your hips. Breathe right here. Inhale. And exhale. And now inhale, reach behind you. Place your palm on the ground, lock your arm and lean into it like a kickstand. So it's not up against your spine, it's a little bit away from you and you can really lean into it. And exhale. Now inhale, left arm up by your ear. Reach. Both arms are locked as you stretch from under the left rib cage, keeping both hips on the ground, but feeling the length in the middle of your body. And exhale, bend the left elbow around the knee, push the knee away, and reach your left hand down. Now, if you're sitting on a yoga mat, you can grab the top edge of it. If not, place your fingertips on the ground just so that you can lock your left arm, or you can slip your hand, cupping it under the bent knee, keeping both arms locked. Settle into both hips as you inhale, lift your chest. Pull your collarbones wide apart, drop your chin, and suck your stomach in. And as you exhale, turn your head, look over your left shoulder. Begin to twist more, move your waist. Twist, move your rib cage. Twist, move your shoulders. Drop your chin and twist, looking for the furthest place you can find with your eyes over your left shoulder. And twist. And change. Come back to center. Let this spring in your spine settle. Palm, palm, lean back into your hips and take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Alternating the legs now. Bend the right knee, or remember, if this bent knee causes pain, then this is what you do. Keep the leg out ahead of you, flexing your heel. Bring your left leg up and over so the left heel is up against the right knee corner. Just moving the heel out from under you, placing your palms on the knee and leaning back a little bit. Feel your stability. When you feel physical stability, there is an emotional stability that's happening in your nervous system. You can feel it. It just feels calm. Now, as you inhale, bring your left arm behind you and make that arm into a kickstand, locking it. Continue to inhale your right arm up by your ear. Keep it close to your head. Lift from under the rib cage, but keep both of those hips on the ground by leaning back. And as you exhale, bend the elbow down around the knee and push. Reach your hand down, place your fingertips, hold your mat, or cup your knee. And as you inhale, lift your chest. Draw your collarbones wide so it's one long straight line. Drop your chin, and as you exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder, begin to move your waist. And twist, move your ribs. And twist, move your shoulders. And then twist, move your eyes. Continually searching for the next thing to look at as you twist, 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 and change. And back around to center again. Lean back into your hips, settle your shoulders, drop your chin, space out in front of you. This time, place your palms on your knees as you bounce your legs, letting your arms bounce a little too. Lean back into your hips a little. Collarbones are wide, chin is down, your gaze is soft. And inhale. And exhale. And stop. And now find another position for your body. Could be the same one you started with. I'm going to reach for my cushion. Could be a different one. Maybe now you give yourself permission to lie down. If you were sitting in a chair the whole time, you didn't have to be doing the poses in order to listen to them and follow the breathing and get that amazing benefit. But find a place where you can feel settled. Give yourself permission to settle. Find a comfortable place for your hands, your arms. Focusing your eyes. Looking out of the tops of your eyes with your chin down a little bit. Feeling like you'd like to sort of place your head backwards on top of your neck. Realizing that perhaps your chin is thrusting and your head is forward and your neck is strained. Just see how it feels when your head is really on top of your neck. And let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. If you focus on pulling your collarbones into one long straight line, you'll feel something beautiful happening in your shoulder blades and in your shoulders. Ribcage widens outward, holding the breath, holding the fullness, and exhale. Ribs come together. Let your tailbone drop down and tuck it slightly up towards your navel. Feel that almost levitating feeling at the end. Inhale. Hear that loud ocean sound at the base of your throat. And as you exhale, let that wave of breath cascade through you. Staying here in this empty space, this beautiful pause, nobody pulling at you. Inhale. Exhale. Now here we are at the end of this practice, and once again checking in to just notice how you are feeling. How you are feeling says a lot about the state of your body. The state of your emotional system has a great deal to tell you about the state of your mental clarity and your ability to move forward into this day as yourself, acting and reacting in ways that make you feel like yourself. And isn't that what we all want? We want to be here experiencing life in a way that feels authentic to each of us. When you're upset or triggered or angry or reactionary, sometimes you do things or think things or say things that just sound like unfamiliar to you. They don't sound like you or feel like you. That's okay. Know that you can bring yourself back to this place of home anytime at all, no matter what the situation is. But when you are triggered, it really is a hard time to remember that you can do this practice. And this, my friends, is why we practice every day, so that this practice becomes a habit, a tool that you can call on to call yourself home anytime at all. Thank you for joining me today. This beautiful practice, Blissful Warrior. I'm Rhonda Uretsky. I am the owner of Riverflow Yoga. I'm the creator of this midday pause practice. I wish everybody would pause in the middle of the day. Remember how we used to nap in kindergarten? Do they even do that anymore? think we were on to something. Maybe this is our midday nap time, pause time, adult kindergarten time, when you can really just settle down and move forward into the rest of your day as yourself. Happy, contented, satisfied, authentic. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. If you're not live right now, please know that you can come back and click on this Facebook page and just find any one of these wonderful practices that will help you through, guide you through, be there with you to remind you to come back to yourself and how easy it is to be a blissful warrior. See you soon, my friends. Love to you all.